I first defied my family the summer after I turned 18. By 18, I knew I didn't need to be pretty. As the older Watchery Ritter girl, my power was in my name. Unlike the other girls in town, I didn't need to catch a man with passing beauty trends or by mastering chicken a la king. But that didn't stop me from wearing my hair the color of rain-logged corn silk, long and wild past my waist, a small defiance of the pins and plates of my mother and grandmother. Even a promise from John Weslow, a farmer's son, one of the good ones, didn't stop me from tossing my hair that summer in a practiced, casual way to see who might be looking. That hair toss was the very thing that caught John's eye, or so he said, at the solstice bonfire after our sophomore year. 2 years later, at a different party, in the same park, with the same people, I watched John break away from a knot of yelling boys, some stripped to undershirts in the surprisingly warm air of the early western Minnesota summer. It felt like a normal night, thankfully, after the highs of finishing school and our high school graduation, followed by the sudden shock of Robert Kennedy's assassination in the same week. Yet another tragedy, deeply felt in our very Catholic town. There were a few somber conversations around the park, but overall, it felt like any other glorious start to summer, as Annie, my best girlfriend since kindergarten, and I sipped warm beers perched on a picnic table. We liked to stay on the edge of the fray, where we could survey the hijinks and mating rituals of the Midwestern teen without having to participate. A Doors song floated up to us from someone's tinny old radio as dusk descended into night, and the early summer lake flies were drawn out toward headlights and lanterns borrowed from our fathers. Other boys sometimes looked our way, but they emphatically looked away when John made his way toward me. They knew better than to pick a fight. That particular jaunt had run its course many times over. I sighed, bored, and a little disappointed. Annie and I secretly loved watching John calmly stare down the other boys who so much as glanced my way. Anything to ward off the monotony of small-town life and the looming threat of adult responsibilities,